And some people that gets irritated because back here, I told you one have a girl, old taxes and because he was curious something between 100,000 so soil was paid by like all that product spreading hand from that one line. Well, when he took
Okay, Justin. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Hold on. You're in for one crazy ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, hashtag on YouTube. Tonight we have with us Jesse Mabry. Welcome to the show, Jesse.
Thank you.
So how did you get started in racing, Jesse?
Okay, so I started when my dad had a old 602 crate, and we started traveling around PA and around Delaware, New Jersey, around that area for about like 2 years. And then I started racing quarter midgets for 4 years, and now I'm in micro sprints.
Okay, so what was it like for you to race for the first time, Jesse?
It was new. It was
Were you
very fun
scared at
though.
all? Were you scared at all?
Not really.
Okay, so how much success have you had as a race car driver now?
Well, for the past 4 years, I've had 6 quarter midget wins and a championship in senior Honda. So
Very cool. So okay, you're racing micro sprints now. So
yeah,
what does that change look like for you? Was it kind of an easy change or was it take a while to get used to?
it's a big learning curve, and I'm still learning how to race. And I've like just now finished my second race out of like 5.
Okay. So already. So what is the story behind your racing number now, Jesse?
So it was actually the year that my grandfather was born.
Okay, and what is your racing number?
41.
41. Okay. All righty. So I bet your grandpa really likes that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hard story about it because when we first had the number when my dad had the modified, and then before he could finish building it, my grandfather actually passed away. So it's sad
Oh,
that he never
yeah.
actually saw me race.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. What is your home racetrack you race on then, Jesse?
The home racetrack is called Airport Speedway.
Okay. How big is Airport Speedway?
Um, I don't know the size of it. I would say like maybe like maybe like eighth a mile.
Okay. So what is your favorite racetrack you've ever raced on?
In quarter midgets, it was at Hagerstown Speedway.
Okay. And out of micro sprints so far?
I've only raced one track airport, so
Okay. Okay. So what's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you?
um, just keeping the car in one piece.
Okay. What's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you then?
I don't know, just great finishing, not breaking anything.
Okay. So do you have any big racing events you're looking forward to competing in this year?
Next year I'm not too sure about. I might move up in micro sprints and start racing a new class, or
Okay. So, alrighty. So, who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
okay, so Tally Services and Goodman Services, Allison Body. Trader Funeral Homes, M&W Fabrication, and Cook Stables.
Okay, are you still looking for sponsors for your racing team?
Yes.
Okay, so how does one get a hold of you to sponsor you?
They would usually contact my dad, and they'll just talk it out, and I'll figure something out.
Okay, but can they reach out to you on Facebook too, or?
Yes, they can, but
Okay,
they talk to my dad because he's a team owner, and
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be watching this racing show and you want to sponsor Jesse, reach out to Jesse Mabry or his dad because they'd appreciate the sponsorship on Jesse's race car as he gets further into his racing career. So, Jesse, what does the paint scheme look like on your race car this year?
so it's an all black scheme and there's white and it's outlined by orange, and the tail cone's white, and it's just like kind of like my first car in quarter midgets. We kind of just did
Okay.
that.
Okay. So, do you have a racing nickname, Jesse?
Uh, yes, I do, and it was given to me years ago, and Hot Rod. That's what.
Okay. Very cool nickname. So, okay. What are your future goals with your racing career? Where do you want to be at when you get older with your racing career?
I hope I'm able to race in World of Outlaws sprint cars or late models, Super Dirt Car Series, modifieds, somewhere.
Okay, very cool. So, who is your racing hero?
Uh, RTGA, Ricky
Okay, have you
Thornton
ever
Jr.
met RTJ?
I have not.
Okay, so alrighty. So, what do you like to do for fun away from the racetrack?
Uh, we go camping. Um, no, not yet. Uh, so we go camping. Sports.
Okay, so do you compete in sports in school or not?
No. Yes, I do.
So what sports do you compete in school?
I do lacrosse and soccer.
Very cool. So, who's all on your racing crew?
It's my dad, Matt Pelasco, my mom, and other friends that come.
Okay, so do you help work on the race car too then?
Yes.
What's your favorite job working on the race car?
Uh, anything with the tires.
Alrighty. So when you're strapped in your race car ready to go on the racetrack, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out and do this?
Can you say that again?
When you're strapped in your race car getting ready to go on the racetrack, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to do this?
Just think about my grandfather and just think what he would think of me.
Okay, alrighty. So, do you have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us about your racing career?
I don't really have a strategy,
No,
but
crazy racing stories. Crazy racing
uh,
stories.
um, in quarter midgets when I went to, it was my first time at Hagerstown Speedway, and in the heat race, I started last, and I went up to third, and it was my first time there.
Very cool. Very cool. Alrighty. So, how did you celebrate your victories, Jesse?
Donuts.
Okay, alrighty. So, all right. Do you have any advice out there for the kids coming up in the racing world?
Um, Take it slow. It's gonna take a while to learn how to control the car,
Yeah.
and just do what works for you.
Okay. So, alrighty. Who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
Um, Chase, Carter, Um, a few other people.
Okay. So do you have a racing page your racing fans can follow you on?
Yes, it's Mabry Motorsports.
So go get a hold of Mabry Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook, because you can learn a lot about Jesse and his racing career. So, Jesse, at this portion of the show, I like to turn the mic over to my guest. If they have a couple questions they'd like to ask me, they can ask me a couple questions.
Okay. What are you doing? So have you ever raced?
I never have. The closest thing I've come to is driving a go-kart on a go-kart track
Uh,
at an amusement park.
uh, who's your favorite driver?
Okay. Okay. We're going to go there then, okay? Tell me what series you're talking about.
Let's say High Limit Series.
I'd say Kyle Larson.
He's one of my favorites too.
Okay, now Jesse, if you're gonna go there with IndyCar, I'm gonna say the late great Dan Walden.
I don't know much about IndyCar.
Oh, IndyCar, I'll tell you, Jesse, IndyCar, definitely start watching some of that because the biggest race of a person's career is the Indy 500.
Yeah, I know Kyle Larson. He keeps trying to do the Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600, and he tries to do it in one day.
Do you know anything about the Indy 500 at all?
I know a little bit about it.
It's the world's largest sporting event because 500,000 people go there to watch the race every year.
Don't they give away
I'll tell you, what'd you say?
Don't they give away the pace card too?
They do. To the winner, you get a brand new car out of the deal, is what it is.
Yeah.
And then your check, Jesse, for winning the 500, you get a check separate from your crew. That's $3.5 million.
Wow.
That'd be nice, right?
Yep.
And those cars go 241 miles an hour around there. Could you imagine going that fast?
I couldn't.
Was that something you'd want to do when you get older?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a very big asphalt guy.
Okay. So is there anybody else you'd like to thank you for helping you get in this far with your racing career?
Just all my sponsors, my dad.
Okay, alrighty. So good luck to you the rest of this racing season. I look forward to seeing how you're going to do the rest of your racing season and the rest of your racing career, nevertheless. I will have you step out, Jesse, and I will call you in a little bit to thank you, okay?
Okay.
You know how to exit out, Jesse?
Huh? Okay.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jesse Mabry on our racing show tonight, talking to us about his racing career. So go hit up Mabry Racing Motorsports on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. And if no real racing news tonight, but if you'd like to sponsor our racing show or be on our racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-713, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. Have a good night, everybody.